It's week 15 of the 2026 season, and here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs. He's put together 41 tackles so far this season. It's the Cowboys and the RavEnS, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance here inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore RavEnS. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here, they know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Time for Dak Prescott of the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Prescott. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this RavEnS offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Jackson and the RavEnS come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out here with the option left. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 56 yards. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make short tackles, but what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big yardage.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Still 9 remaining on second down. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
Not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year and 3rd overall. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Taken down at the 42. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
When you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
4th down, Prescott. This is caught by Williams. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
Here's Prescott.
And that throw behind his man. He missed it. Incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
You better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second down and goal. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And now here come the Ravens.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Jackson.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, They've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Caught left side by MaXX. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 4, this is second down and 1. Hands it off out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Max Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 13. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson now. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
We can make this one pretty simple. Block the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here we go on 4th down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson will keep it. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd. Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Micah Parsons in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact, but that time they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
73 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
On play action, Prescott. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now a loose football, the ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Ravens will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Jackson. This is caught. Touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Ravens are once again back in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And this is going to be home in by the tight end Andrews. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Throwing is Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Butker's kick here is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in field goal range.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
We'll start in the NFC East. This one always a battle. New York taking on Washington. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting LA Rams. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they were able to teams going back to their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey. And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson can really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And Jackson going to hold on to it again. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. This will be complete to MaXX. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Play action now. Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got it to Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play they got stopped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dive defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to be out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the marker. And they will fail to convert here on 4th down. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another run here with Dobbins. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I thought there at the end forced that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And quickly, they get to the line. This looks like a free play for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little bit further down inside the 40. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Right back to him on first down.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
109 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Up the middle, it's Cook. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run with Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They've got it to the 1. Can they get that fight? And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
James Cook, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, He's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. On second down, they'll run it here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Buying time to his left.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation. Yeah, the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Prescott, and it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Max Williams, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. And Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson, and that is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end, so they were on him in a hurry. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
This ball caught by MaXX.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That last pass might be one he remembers, Charles. He's now over 40,000 career passing yards.
And just think of the evolution of the passing game in the NFL. 40,000 at one time, was unthinkable. No one thought anyone would ever get there. Now, how many guys have done it in the NFL?
Yeah, right around 20.
So we're talking a good number that have gotten that done, throwing the ball downfield. He's got a lot to be proud of and a lot more left to accomplish.
Cook with a run on first down, but he'll only manage a couple there before he's taken down. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Powers through him. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Slide for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
13, middle.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And let's go.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Jackson, he'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tabbed as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 2 touchdowns. 65 seconds remaining. And incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Here's Jackson.
Man open is Robinson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Jackson to throw.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Throwing, Jackson.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Now Jackson.
Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
Jackson.
And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Dallas, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for Baltimore, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town.